What's up, boys and girls? Chris Nelson here, and it has been a while since I have checked in and shared with you some real estate advice. So hopefully you are all doing well. A little bit of housekeeping for those of you who are new to the channel. This channel is all about real estate tips, advice, and tech. So if you are interested in any of those, do me a favor, please subscribe and mash that bell so that you can get notified every time I post new content. Now today I want to discuss three things specific to the Pennsylvania real estate market, and that's how do I foresee the real estate market for the rest of 2020. Now I'm recording this video May 18th, 2020, right in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic. And again, this information will solely relate to Pennsylvania because every state right now has either different laws or mandates on how they are to engage in real estate transactions. Right now in the state of Pennsylvania, we are not allowed to conduct face-to-face business. We are considered non-essential, and that is and will continue to impact the real estate market. But there are three things specifically that I want to look at today. The first thing is, how strong do I foresee the real estate market for the rest of the current year? The second thing I want to discuss is, what will the inventory look like? And then the final thing that I want to discuss today is, how will a transaction look different today in 2020 versus what it looked like this same exact time last year in 2019? Before diving into any of these things, I just want to disclose that I am not an economist, nor am I a financial advisor. I am simply sharing my thoughts and my opinions that I've collected over being in the real estate industry as a licensed realtor for over 18 years. Now, how about the real estate market? Personally, I think that we are going to have a very strong real estate market once the mandates are lifted. If you think about it, we had a very, very active real estate market just prior to the mandates coming into play. And a lot of those buyers and sellers weren't buyers and sellers who wanted to buy homes. They were buyers and sellers who theoretically had to buy homes. Some people are sitting on the sidelines right now, both buyers and sellers, waiting for the opportunity to re-engage. So I think that the people who were already in the real estate market are going to come back, and they are going to continue to keep us busy. I believe that we're also going to see an influx of new buyers hit the market because, well, we're just in that time of the year where generally schools are ending, although they've ended quite some time ago. But this is that spring, summer time frame where in most people's mindset, it is an ideal time to move. So I think that we're also going to see those buyers and sellers come into the market and again, keep us busy. Now, inventory has been a challenge, and I'm going to get to that in a second. But along with the inventory are the interest rates. You're also going to see a large pool of clients wanting to enter the space simply to take advantage of the low interest rates. So when you factor all of those things in, the buyers and sellers who were already in the market and were abruptly stopped, the buyers and sellers who are just known to enter the market around this time, and the interest rates are all reasons that I believe that the real estate market will continue to be strong throughout 2020. What about the inventory? So prior to the pandemic, inventory was low. A lot of buyers were scrambling to find homes, and a lot of sellers were receiving multiple offers on their properties. I think that is still going to be the situation. As a matter of fact, I read an article recently that spoke about the homes that were taken off the market, and the majority of those sellers were asked whether or not they would be listing the home again once they were allowed to do so. Shockingly, 75% of those sellers said that they would be relisting their home once the market allowed for them to do so. So 25% of them, or 1 in every 4 homes, will not be reintroduced to the market based on those numbers. So if that is the case, knowing that we already had a shortage of inventory, that's a telltale sign that we are potentially looking at slightly less inventory once the mandates are changed. But then you take a look at new construction. I don't know about you, but almost every time I get in the car, I pass a new construction site. Dirt is being moved Homes are being built, and that was a way to offset the inventory. Well, if you think about new construction and how they source a lot of their products, a lot of those may be delayed or slow projects because a lot of the products that are needed to erect these properties and get them to a point where they can hand over the keys rely on sources that are just slow right now. A lot of the import, export, and overall job market has been disrupted, and that is going to create some type of a ripple effect into the world of new construction. Now, I don't say that to alarm or to create scarcity, but it's something that you should consider. So I do think that the inventory will be a challenge for the rest of 2020. So if you're asking yourself, how will a real estate transaction look different in 2020 than it may have in 2019? I was also asking myself the same question until I started to realize that everyone is starting to embrace technology. So I do believe that in 2020 and in 2021 and moving forward, you will see a lot more use of video. Not only video to communicate, but video to highlight a home or the community in which the home resides. I think you will start to see more virtual reality and 360-degree tours where you, the buyer, can feel a little more comfortable about the home you're potentially going to see right from the comfort of your own home. I also think that we're going to see a lot more use of electronic signatures. Now, over the last few years, I've noticed that this has almost become the norm, but there have still been a lot of clients who like to have that face-to-face and actually go over the contract and hand sign it. Well, now that technology has become the forefront, there are still ways to do that. I can actually meet with you via video, face-to-face, walk you through and talk to you about the contracts before having you sign them, in which I would then upload them to a database where they can be signed electronically. So I think electronic signatures are going to become the new norm. Another thing that I think will look different is the way we conduct inspections. I believe that social distancing is going to be around for a while. And to reduce liability, I believe that a lot of home inspectors are going to start to request that when they do the inspection, that they are the only party there. Now, they're probably going to have to revamp and step up the way that they do these inspections so that the client also feels comfortable knowing that they are getting a quality report. But I do believe inspections are going to take place differently going forward, as well as closings. As a matter of fact, the last few closings that I've had have been orchestrated in a fashion that I never thought would happen. None of the parties are face-to-face, and a lot of times documents are being signed right from the car. But the day of meeting at the settlement table with buyer and seller and title company and mortgage lender may be non-existent. And if you're like me, I'm a social person. I like to get around the table and tell those stories, but the time for that may have come and gone. So those are just a few of my thoughts on how the real estate market may look for the rest of 2020 and so on. But do me a favor, what are your thoughts? Let me know below, drop a comment. Let me know if there's anything that you foresee in 2020 for real estate in Pennsylvania or any other state that is just going to be different, because we're all trying to figure this out. So with that said, again, hopefully you are well. Till next time, take care.